Hi everybody, this is Marcus, your Asian tennis boy, and welcome to this very overdue year-end review of 2024. 2024 was a really good year for me for tennis because I felt like I really improved by leaps and bounds, and this video is going to document just that. So right here in February, this is the first time I'm actually playing with someone who actually reached out to me through this channel, seeing my stuff on YouTube and on Instagram. This player right here, his name is Hongshin, and he's a really formidable player. You can see a very strong serve and strong ground strokes from both sides, whether it's the backhand or forehand. So I really got my ass whooped. I could only maybe defend a little against him, but I wasn't prepared for his firepower. It gave me a lot of perspective to the possibilities of tennis, because I've always been playing a more defensive game and I really wanted to work on my offensive game. Right here, I was also introduced to Hongshin's friend. His name is Hirom, and right here we started off our session doing drills. We started hitting cross-court on the forehand and the backhand wing before going to just normal rallies. And I think before 2024, much of my time prior was spent just on match play. And I think while match play is very fun and also very informative of giving a lot of feedback to what you can or cannot do, but I think rally sessions really help to work on your fundamentals, which is something that I feel that I've been lacking in a lot. So this year I felt like I've been able to work on that from a rally perspective, and also fitness, which is the work they put in outside of the court, which I'll share a bit more later. For the final shot, here's a highlight of a very nicely struck inside-out forehand. I think another thing that I've really appreciated in the year 2024 is ever since the start of my YouTube channel and posting more on Instagram, it allowed me to get to know more new players and also just get access to the feedback from the greater online community, which I think has been so valuable and insightful for my growth as a recreational tennis player. The player featured in this video, his name is Yang. Just like Hirom and Hongshin previously, I got to know him thanks to my YouTube channel. And actually, Yang has been one of the people who has been faithfully watching my progress and my videos, and he's been giving me tips online, and we actually managed to set up a game, which you see right here. And I think what was very encouraging for me was that after our game, Yang commented that my level of play was much higher than what he saw online. And a lot of times it's because I have a lot of backlog when I post. So a lot of times when I'm posting, it's actually a 2 or 3 month backlog. So to hear that feedback is a good indicator for myself that I'm on the right track forward. This slide was prepared sometime in May. I was preparing to do like a half-year review on the things that I wanted to work on for the second half of 2024. But of course, I never got to doing that. So these are the 3 main things that I had on my mind that I really wanted to work on after watching and reviewing my own footage. I realized when I watched back my clips, I just look like I'm hardly moving and I'm so lazy. So that's why I think footwork and intensity was something I wanted to focus on, and follow through is just a small technical reminder for me to finish my shots, to get more plow through and more definition. I think mentally I managed to achieve this in a short period of time. This was in early May where I was playing with Daniel, who reached out to me on Instagram, and I can say that just from the videos alone, I can see that I was adopting a lot more intensity behind my entire game. Sometimes it just takes a simple awareness before going to the game to tell yourself to increase the intensity. Right here, this was actually a filming session. I was one of the players to be featured under ATS, Active Tennis Society's Instagram channel. So I was quite nervous and I was telling myself to keep moving, make sure I was having good footwork and I was following through my shots, and also making sure that I was having intensity. I remember in this half an hour of hitting, I was really so tired but also so dialed in, which goes to show that I really can do it if I put my mind to. But this clip also made me realize a few more things that I wanted to work on, which was that I wanted to get more net clearance, whether it's from the forehand side or backhand side. And I think that could be done by developing heavier spin And I also really wanted more consistency on my backhand side. Of course, the clips you see here are some of the best points, but I think in general, I was hitting maybe out of 10 backhand drives, I was only making maybe between 2 to 4 in a game. I was relying on my slice a lot. So armed with these few points, I enter into the second half of 2024, venturing out of my comfort zone and starting fitness sessions with Pro Coach. This was a huge game changer to my improvement because I was exposed to many intense exercises each week that was working on a different part of my game, and that developed me into a more agile and more explosive player. And I could see this from my performance on court as well. And I think maybe from these few points, you can see that I was moving much faster. I was recovering a little bit more compared to the past, even though yes, there's a lot more room for improvement. But I think at where I was at the beginning of 2024 versus towards the end, I could really see some notable improvements in my game. I'm going to leave you here with some highlights before I close off the video with some goals for the new year. But in the meantime, if you guys are still here, I'd like to ask, what do you think my tennis rating is, whether it's USTA, NTRP or UTR? I'm really curious to find out, so if you will, leave a comment below and let me know. Alright, so what's in store for the new year, 2025? I think one of the things that I want to do is to upload more consistently. I think this is something that I promised you guys maybe sometime towards half of 2024. I got a lot more busy and I wanted to maintain a certain quality also to the videos. But I realized that maybe posting more is more important, so I'm just going to be posting more unfiltered, unedited, non-commentary match play highlights for you guys to enjoy. Another thing that I'm working on, as you can see from this video, is that I'm working to change my backhand, to switch from a single-handed backhand to a double-handed backhand. It's a monumental task, but I'm quite determined to do so, because if you remember, one of my mid-year goals was to improve the consistency on the backhand side, and I realized that I couldn't really do that because my one-hander was not really fully developed in terms of technique, and I was making way too many errors other than the slice. On top of the two-handed backhand project, I'm also going to be continually working on the Tennis on Tour series, and stay tuned to some collaborations with some local YouTube channels along the way as well. So yeah, it's an exciting 2025 and I can't wait to take you on the journey. Once again, this is Marcus, your Asian tennis boy, and I'll see you on the courts.